Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is where you can share your embarrassing stories so that others can learn from them and also laugh at you. So let's jump straight into today's story. My friends planned a vacation without me, then posted it all on Instagram. I'm 28-year-old female, and this happened in January of 2022. My three best friends are all females, ages 27, 26, and 26. We were all living in different cities, and one of them was visiting for the first time in over a year. She had just graduated with her master's in March 2021 and then moved across the country to start her first real job. So we were all excited to see each other again. On Christmas, they told me that they had planned a trip for January and that I wasn't invited because they wanted some girl time. I thought nothing of it because I had just had surgery a few weeks prior. They all left on the 14th, and I heard nothing until about 9 p.m. on the 15th when I started getting texts and tagged photos and videos. I opened their Instagram to see an entire day of partying posted with a location tag in Mexico. Every single post was them drinking, dancing on the beach, etc., and I was seeing these posts while lying in a hospital bed, still recovering from surgery. I could not even drive myself to the store to get ice cream, and here they were, having the time of their lives in Mexico. My boyfriend at the time messaged them on Instagram, asking why they didn't invite me. They simply said that they needed some time away from our group and that they would tell me more when they got back. He then threatened to block them unless they deleted the posts so that I wouldn't have to see them. They reluctantly agreed and deleted most of the photos but left up the videos. I was angry, sad, and felt completely betrayed. I asked my boyfriend to screenshot everything before they deleted it so I could prove that they did this. I called my friend who was visiting and left a furious voicemail explaining how hurt I was and that I felt like they had no respect for me or my friendship. She called me back and tried to explain that they weren't thinking I would be upset and that they had no idea I would feel that way. I explained that if they genuinely felt like they needed some space, all they had to do was ask, and they could have come with me and my boyfriend. At that point, we were both crying, and it was the first time I actually heard an apology from her. She admitted that she was sorry and that they shouldn't have done it without me, especially since I had just gotten out of surgery. We ended the call and I went back to watching all of their stories. This is where I started to feel really betrayed. One of the videos was them in a hotel room talking about how much fun they were having and how glad they were to finally be free of me. Then, another video of them driving around with a bottle of tequila saying that I wouldn't believe what they were doing if I were there. And then another one of them walking down the beach holding hands while recording and laughing, telling me how jealous I must be. The only photo they left up was a selfie of all four of us together, which used to be my profile picture. I went onto their pages and saw that they had all changed their profile pictures to selfies of just the three of them. I felt so alone, and I knew that they were purposely trying to hurt me. I broke down crying and stayed up all night with my boyfriend, scrolling through their Instagram and looking at every single photo and video. The next morning, I woke up feeling terrible. My face was swollen from crying, and I was still in a lot of pain from my surgery. I had to call my mom to come and take care of me because I couldn't even get out of bed. I told her everything that had happened, and she cried while listening to me. She said that she was coming over to stay with me because I shouldn't be alone after what they did. That meant so much to me, and it made me feel better knowing that I wasn't alone in this. She helped me get ready and then drove me to work. At work, I tried my best to focus on the task at hand, but I kept getting distracted by my phone. I kept refreshing their page, hoping that they would post something new. They had been radio silent ever since they got to Mexico, and I was starting to worry that something had happened to them. I got a message from my mom asking me if I wanted her to stay with me for longer. I replied yes, because I was still feeling pretty bad. But then right after I got a message from my friend asking me to please stop going on their Instagram. She told me that they were so sorry and that they never should have done that to me. They had no idea that it would hurt me that badly. I replied, asking them if they were sure, because it seemed like they had done it on purpose. After that, I blocked them. For the rest of the week, I was in a state of confusion. Their silence made me think that maybe I was overreacting. But then they would post something new, and I would remember exactly what they had said in their videos and how they had laughed at me. It made me cry every time. I talked to my mom about it, and she said that I should talk to them and get it off my chest. But I didn't want to. I felt like I had already given them too much attention by being on their page and letting them know how I felt. I was tired of giving them attention. Fast forward 2 weeks later, and I hadn't heard from any of them. I'd blocked them everywhere except on Instagram. But now they were starting to leave comments on my photos. First, it was just little things like, "Hey, how are you?" or "Hope you're feeling better." But then they started commenting on my bikini pictures and laughing emojis. I knew that they were doing it on purpose to piss me off. But the comments kept coming, and I eventually caved and blocked them on Instagram too. The end of that month, they all flew back home. I worked that Friday and Saturday, and both nights I had drinks with my boyfriend and some co-workers. I had almost forgotten about what they had done, but then I got a notification that my friend had posted a new Instagram story. I clicked on it to see that they were out again, this time at a club. They were all dancing and drinking, but then I saw my face in the background of one of the videos. Someone had taken a video of me dancing with my co-workers, and my friend had screenshotted it and posted it to her story. It was clear that they were trying to humiliate me. When I told my boyfriend, he instantly went into a rage and called all of them out. He was texting back and forth with my so-called friend, and he was calling the other two and leaving angry voicemails. He was furious. My friend said that they didn't mean to hurt me and that they were sorry. But my boyfriend told them that they should be more careful because he could see the messages they sent him and he could easily share them with my mum. That shut them up. After that, my boyfriend and I went to dinner with my mom. We told them everything that had happened, and my mom was so pissed. She messaged all of them and told them how disappointed she was in them. She told them that they should be ashamed of themselves for treating their friend like that. She then threatened to block them all if they didn't delete the video. Surprisingly, within an hour, they had all deleted the video and apologized to me directly. They said they were so sorry and that they would never do anything like that again. They promised to never post anything about me ever again, and they said they would never try to make me jealous again. Honestly, I was kind of shocked. I had expected them to fight back or try to justify their actions, but they just kept apologizing. It made me feel a little bit better, but I was still really hurt. I knew that if I didn't forgive them, it would eat away at me. So I did. But that doesn't mean I forgot. If they ever mention what they did, I remind them of it. It makes them uncomfortable, but it helps me move on. I don't think they'll ever do it again, though. I think the fear of being called out by my mum is enough to keep them in line. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to my story. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe.